Everybody, Malice here again with another video, and when that time of year again with the Warhammer Skulls coming. Games Workshop's annual celebration and showcase of all things Warhammer and video games. The actual showcase itself will be happening next Thursday on the 22nd of May at 5 PM UK time. If you live stateside, per the Warcom article, that will be 9 AM in Los Angeles time and 12 PM New York time. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to throw out my predictions as to what will be shown within the actual Skulls showcase itself. Now, on top of the Skull case, as it's a week-long event running through to the 29th of May, across pretty much every major platform there is out there, will be sales and stuff like that for Warhammer and Warhammer related video games. But let's get to the meat of the matter with this video and predictions for what I think will be in the showcase. Now, I have revealed some of the titles that will be getting something shown within the showcase, so let's start with those and then we'll work the stuff that might be shown, and of course we know there's going to be some unexpected curveballs and surprises. But let's get to what we know will be shown, and we'll start with Total Warhammer 3. Now, what do I think we're going to get for Total Warhammer 3? Generally, it's usually a new faction added, and again I think it's going to stay along that route. Now, I have to admit, I've seen people play Total Warhammer 3, I've watched streams of people playing it. I haven't played it myself, so I don't have the best knowledge of which factions are and aren't already in the game to make an educated guess as to what faction they might add. But I think they're going to add a new faction, or alternatively they might add new heroes and units to factions already within the game. Next, the big boy of the bunch, the darling of Warhammer video games at the moment, Space Marine 2. What do I think we're going to get with Space Marine 2? Well, I think, and this is per the Focus Developer blog, because they have shown that they are working on it, I think we're going to get a date sort of next May. We're going to get a date for the next major update that's going to drop. Now, what's going to be in that update is the question. Well, we already know that there's champion packs coming along for the White Scars and the Blood Angels, so they'll be in it. And we normally add some other form of content as well. Now, previously they've added new operations, they've added PvP maps, but the developer blog showed that they've been working on a horde mode, and it is that I think we're going to get shown off during the Skulls showcase, and in turn will be added when the date for said major update will drop. Battle sector. Again, like Total Warhammer, this is usually a one where anything shown here generally tends to be a new faction. And I think again this is going to follow suit. And I actually think it's going to be a Heretic Astartes faction. Now, it's no coincidence that very recently on the tabletop side, we've had the 4 Chaos God Heretic Astartes Legions released or releasing. Thousand Sons coming soon, Death Guard and Emperor's Children releasing only last week, and World Eaters also not so long ago. So I think when it comes to battle sector, my prediction is we're going to get at least one of those legions, maybe more, but definitely I think at least one of the God Heretic Astartes legions. Tacticus, I'll admit I know next to nothing about Tacticus other than it's kind of hero based, so staying on safe territory and working on no other basis because I know very little about it, I'm gonna say that a new hero type or two is going to be added into the game. But again, like I say, I know very little to nothing about Tacticus, so that's just me spitballing pure speculation in the dark. Blood Bowl 3, new season, new teams going to get added. It's been a constant pattern with Blood Bowl 3. Every season has added a new team, and I don't think they're going to spoil the habit of a lifetime with Blood Bowl 3's contribution to the Skulls showcase. Warforge, a bit like Tacticus, is a mobile game and I know next to nothing about it other than what it says in the title is a card game, which leads me to the safest prediction I can make. There's going to be a new card set added to it. But other than that, I would not like to say in the slightest because I know very little to nothing about Warforge. Darktide. Now, Darktide on their Twitter account, or X if you want to give it its correct name, did post a teaser video that didn't reveal a lot other than very, very quick move, something being chased very quickly through a tunnel. So that's led me to think a new event, a new set of missions, new enemies to fight, new weapons to deal with those enemies and other enemies in the game. So I think it's going to be a significant content update, but not quite full DLC size, but it's going to be a chunky content update for it is what I'm getting at. So new enemies, new missions, maybe new weapons, that sort of thing. Rogue Trader. Now again, Rogue Trader I think is going to be possibly another DLC expansion. I can't, because I know it has at least one, possibly two out at the moment. So the safest, most logical ground for me to step on with that will be they're going to add a third DLC expansion for Rogue Trader. So those are the games we know are going to be shown. Now, we did last year, if you remember last year's Skull Showcase, we did have a trailer for Mechanicus 2. So I think we're going to see a bit more of that during the Skulls Showcase. Excuse me. We also saw a bit more of Speed Freaks, and indeed there was a playable beta of it after said Skulls Showcase. But again, like Mechanicus 2, I haven't seen anything on the news wires about it. So we may see more about it then. Hopefully a console release for it, because I'm not going to lie, it looks hellaciously good fun. But my laptop can't run it. Lesage. We know Space Marine 3 has been announced. They announced it earlier last year that it's in production, but I don't think we're going to see anything for that this year. I think realistically the earliest we might see any inkling of Space Marine 3, a trailer or whatever, is next year's Skulls Showcase at a minimum. But besides that, we know Games Workshop like to throw curveballs and surprises out there. So what could they be? Well, it could be sequels. I mean, the Warhammer community article did allude to Bolt Gun making an appearance. Now, it could be more DLC for Bolt Gun. It could be a sequel for Bolt Gun. Funny, but the show is also hosted by Rahul Kohli, who is the voice actor for the main character in Bolt Gun. A few dots to maybe connect there. But we know there's going to be things that have been bubbling away in the background and being worked on that may just see their first light of day into the wilds during the Skulls showcase. But yeah, those are, for what it's worth, my predictions with it. So, what do you guys think? What is looking forward to see? What do you think we are going to see? As always, let me know in the comments, and I shall catch you in the next video. Bye.